Welcome friends in our Panasonic robot training how to use the Teach-Pendent. This is the part 44 and here we discuss restart after servo off. First outline. Smoothing is applied to our robot when the robot turns a taut point on the corner in order to realize smooth and high speed movement. When the robot is restarted after making an emergency stop during smooth operation, the robot considers that it has passed through the taut point on the corner and executes the operation toward the point after the taut point on the corner from the restarted point. In such case, if there is a jig near the corner, the robot may interfere with the jig on the way to the next point. See the example 1 in the following table. This function is provided to avoid such interference by let the robot move to the taut point nearest from the stopped point and then restart operation. In this figure you can see taut points and its smoothing line. Next one is examples of restart operation after an emergency stop during a smooth operation at the corner point B. Toward the next point method, toward the nearest point method default setting. The robot moves direct to the taut point C as the robot considers that it has passed through the point B. The robot moves to the closest taut point from the stopped point, point B in the below figures to restart the operation. Example 1. Here you can see 3 taut points A, B, C. Here you can see to restart, emergency stop and jig. Second one for emergency stop, jig, restart. In example 2, same as above, but here only emergency stop and jig. Next one is settings. Select restart after servo off. Specify the parameters and click OK. Next point, add running speed. Select it to move the robot to the next point to restart, conventional method. Near point at speed specified below. Select it to move the robot to the nearest taut point to restart, move speed. Specify the robot travel speed toward the nearest taut point 0.01 to 15 meter per minute. Note, if the taut speed is smaller than the move speed specified here, the taut speed is applied if an emergency stop is executed in a weld section. The next point method is applied regardless of the settings if the mode is switched to teach mode after an emergency stop. The robot restart operation by executing the command where the cursor is positioned, that is, in the middle of the program. Settings procedure you can see in this image. Processing of WAIT if command. It is a function to pre-process the WAIT IP, WAIT, wall or IF command and pass through the point without waiting the preset time. If the condition is satisfied at the pre-processing time, it can reduce the takt time. Note, the processing time changes if this function is set valid. Make sure to do sufficient process verification prior to using the function. Example, at the time of pre-processing the command, if the condition is satisfied, then the robot passes through the P2. If the condition is not satisfied, then the robot reprocesses the command at the P2, that is, wait for an input at the P2. Here you can see move LP1, move LP2, wait IP I1 hash 001 is equal to on T is equal to 0.00. Pre-processing not satisfied, reprocess satisfied, P1, P2, P3. Next one is settings. Check the checkbox of the preprocess wait if commands to enable this function. Note, as this function does not re-examine the condition at the taut point if the condition is satisfied at the time of pre-processing, therefore the function is not suitable. For a taut point, an input change occurs immediately before the point. The smoothing is applied when the robot passes through the taut point. To execute the command without applying this function, that is without pre-processing, while turning on this function, insert a delay command before the wait or IF command. If 17 or more wait and or IF commands in total are registered between two taut points, the pre-processing of command won't be executed even though it is enabled in the settings. This setting procedure you can see in this image. Next is setting pre-process wait IF commands function individually by using pause command, it is possible to apply the preprocess wait if command function to specific points. Note, depending on the conditions, for example, delay command exists, wait condition is not satisfied, jump command exists, and so on. The robot may instantaneously stop at the dot point. Example, if you want to pre-process the commands between the certain move commands, add the pre-process on command at the top of the command group. In the program on the right, the commands following the pre-process on. If I1 hash 001 is equal to on, set li001 is equal to 0 are pre-processed. Move LP1, move LP2, pre-process on. If I1 hash 001 is equal to on set li001 is equal to 0, move LP3. So friends, here we end this part of our Panasonic robot training, and further information we will discuss in our next video.